All right, today I'm going to be taking care of this filter on this 5000 air cleaner. I'm going to go ahead and shut it off, and I'm also going to shut off the system as well, because we don't want to suck a bunch of dirty air in through the filter when we pull it out. This tab just comes off, and you can pull this guy all the way out. You gotta be careful with these little tabs here on the side because sometimes they get hung up. Okay, and now that it's out, it actually has a handle on it. Just like that, and my golly, this thing is a mess. We're gonna do this outside. What you're gonna need for this is the 501 aprilaire 5000 filter media. Yeah, this is absolutely filthy. This might be the worst I've ever seen one. I'm just gonna go through and just brush and vacuum all of the dust off of this first and let it all fall into the filter if I can. This vacuum is terrible. All right, now that I got most of the loose stuff off, we can take this and we can rinse this off with some water in a minute. And before we take out the filter, you can see all these little wires here have debris built up on them. I like to go with a paper towel or a rubber glove or something and just knock that debris off. It's like fingernails on chalkboard if I do it with just my fingers. But yeah, you just want to knock it clean. Sometimes they'll break and you can replace them. Well, I think I've done that already on a video, but yeah, we may get my air duster also and just dust this thing off once we get the filter out. But now that most of that is free, try to shake down some of that debris in there. Maybe I'll flip this over on the grass here, and now we'll get started on changing the actual filter portion of it. These clips get really brittle over time, so you just want to be gentle with them and pop each and every one of these clips out. You're gonna need to reposition these things. You can even twist them a little bit also, that helps to get them out. And you're gonna collect them all up, set them off to the side, and now you have some little press to open. You have to do that on all four sides, and that's going to get you access here momentarily. This piece sort of just stays down here. I think the glue is kind of coming off on it. It's pretty normal. It just holds the filter in and keeps things quiet. It's not really a big deal. This thing has been too long, way too long, since it's been cleaned. Next step is to pop open all of these tabs here. And at this point, before I get the filter out, I'm going to take my new filter. So I'm going to put this old filter right in the box. So I'm going to unbox this guy, set that new one off to the side. And now our old filter is going to go in here, and it is going to be, I'm sure, absolutely disgusting. So there's little tabs here. You lift it up and you can pull it out. Lift it up. We'll do that on the other side as well. These filters last a long time because they have so much surface area. So they don't have to be changed near as often, sometimes over a year. But my golly, look at the difference here. Look at the difference. Now that is a dirty filter right there. Holy moly. That is crazy. I'm probably just going to inspect these wires a little bit more, try to get some more of this debris off of these wires from the back side here, and be gentle with them because they're kind of annoying to get. You can get them, but you don't want them to break. It just lowers the efficiency of everything. Is there a feather in this thing? Yeah, this thing is a mess. And this is my filter too, and I do HVAC work. I just never change my own filter apparently. I like to get my money's worth out of them, you know? Leave them until they're completely filthy. Okay. I'm gonna go get my air duster. All right, this thing is pretty cool. Hopefully it's got some battery. This is a great job. All right. Now the filter has, you know, kind of a right way and a wrong way to do it. These little tabs need to go up, and the tabs need to fit inside of here. So you got to hook all 4 of them. This can get a bit fiddly, and I'll try to show you a trick here to help you get it done a lot quicker. But this is the first step. You get all 4 tabs in, and sometimes what happens is it'll get stuck down here, and you need to lift it up and make sure it's resting on that edge. This is definitely the most fiddly filter that I know. When I say fiddly, it means it's just kind of annoying to deal with. It takes a lot of time, but it lasts for a very long time. So I can't even get this clipped in here. Probably need 2 hands. All right, so I got it clipped in, and just want to make sure it's on the right edge here. Yes, it is. So now you want to go through this whole thing and snap this shut. Snap it all the way shut. And now comes the fun part. You need to space all of these out pretty much evenly. And I like to get it sort of preset before I do anything with those combs. So they have to be, you know, about a little less than a pinky's width apart. And it's just the more time that you spend right now, just focus on one side. Don't worry about what the other side is doing. You're going to save yourself a lot of trouble if you can just get them, you know, almost all the way set. It's going to make your life a lot easier. So I'm going to keep going through here just one by one. Okay, I'm starting to get down towards the end here. They're not sticking as much together anymore. Okay, pretty good. So looking like we got most of them all spread out enough here. Looks like maybe this is something a little bit off over here, but we'll worry about that later. Now we're just going to take one, and what I do is I line it up horizontally, and I'll start at the edge here, and I'll kind of go in, and I'm just using my eyes here, and I'm sort of pushing and moving until I can get them all, each one of these. So right here I'm having a trouble spot, so I'm going to go with my finger here and just move one of them over. I think I didn't put enough space in between, but it's okay, we're getting there. I have to go and grab this one here. Might have to, we've got one doubled up somewhere. Okay, so we're doubled up here, so we're very close, very, very close. I think we're in. So once you get in, then you can take the first one and sort of use it to rake them all out, and then it should be quite easy to line the rest of them up. This is the trick here that I see a lot of people take a lot of time on this step, and it really doesn't take that long with some practice and with that technique. So this is what really will save you the time and give you the extra time that you need to clean the rest of it pretty well. So now that we've got all of them in, you start lining them up and clipping them down. Again, be gentle with these things because, ooh, like that. I felt something snapping. It will happen, you know, it's not the end of the world if one of them gets snapped. You lose a little piece in the middle here. It does happen from time to time. I think that snapping actually was one of these things, didn't get buckled in the middle. Okay, and we're almost done. you know, we'll probably use the air duster on that and maybe pass on the hose. You can rinse it off with a hose if you want, and then let it dry. These sides just sort of clip up the same way, just like so. And we have got ourselves a lot of the way there. What a difference, huh? I'm gonna go ahead with my air duster a little bit more here. Great to do this outside, so if you have allergies or something like that. All right, this can only go one way, and I got it mostly cleaned here. Got a little piece of grass on there, and it'll start getting some resistance here. You just got to bump it over the end. Now we're ready to take it back inside. Okay, looks like this is getting some leakage of electricity or something here. I don't think I've ever seen it like that. That's interesting. So this will only go in one way. See, the airflow needs to point towards the furnace. This is my return. Air goes that way. A lot of people get confused on that. Let me get it in position. Have to lift the bottom up a little bit, but then once you get it on the track, it should just slide in. And then your door, which probably could be cleaned also, can go on. Turn the power on and turn the unit back on. And you'll know you did it right when you get a blue light here. But my system's going to take a little bit to turn on, and that's pretty much it. Hope that helps somebody out there.